Well, the Miami Heat could not win against the 76ers without Joel Embiid, and that's really this is what I was thinking earlier. It's their player Maxey, Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre. Their shootings are phenomenal. So if it's not Embiid, it's them. So this time we were not so fortunate to beat them this time, as they finally able to beat us third time's a charm on ESPN. It was a great game. I'll say this was a great game. Um, there were some questionable referee decisions, and I have proof to even say otherwise. But um, but either way, Miami still couldn't hold their ground and give up, and the defense gives up two, and I mean two 10-0 runs, and the second 10-0 run was longer, and really that's how we lost this game, is those defensive things. Um, and we did try to come back in the fourth quarter. We were so close, and then our shots run cold. So there's that as well. Anyway, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the Heat, and I do apologize for the late upload. I should have done this last night, but I was somewhere else. I was trying to set my mind right, but I'm good now. And we're gonna start off with Miami Heat, as we're gonna start with Duncan Robinson after an amazing game the other day against Detroit Pistons. He only scored 3 points last night with the field goal and the free throw, with 4 rebounds. That's it. Haywood Highsmith with 11 points, so he played better than they did on Sunday, with 3 3-pointers, one more in the paint with 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Bam Adebayo, and this is unique. 20 points, 8 for 10 in field goals. Listen to this, everybody. 2 3-pointers. Yes, first time in his career, he shot 2 3-pointers in the game. I believe one of them was in the second quarter and the other was in the third quarter. And I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, you could freaking shoot threes now. And I believe that's his 11th and 12th of the season of his career, or 12th or 13th. But either way, this is first time having a multi 3-point game in his career, and it took him 6 or 7 seasons to do so. That's impressive. It kind of shows that he was shooting a lot, gotten better of his shooting side during the off seasons. It's just impressive, like Bam Adebayo. He really is. And then 2 for 2 free throws, 13 rebounds, so he has a double-double, and 6 assists. Rozier with 20 points as well, 8 for 21 field goals, 3 for 7 in 3-pointers. Plus the N1 was 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a block. And then Jaime Jaquez with 9 points with a 3-pointer, 3 for 13 field goals, 2 for 2 free throws, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. And then a couple of players, Caleb Martin. I thought Caleb Martin played great. I thought he was phenomenal last night. He was everywhere defensively. He did everything he possibly can to get this team in the game. He did a lot for the team. He really did. Problem is, well, we'll get there. He does have a 3-pointer, 6 for 14 field goals. He does have 1 free throw, which was from the and1, and he ends up freaking missing it in the clutch situation in the fourth quarter. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, and a block, including the turnover from the inbounds play near the end of the game. Thomas Bryant, one more honorable mention. The backup center for Bam has 11 points, including a stinking 3. So our centers could shoot 3. We never knew about it, including Thomas Bryant. I'm not kidding you. Go look up the ESPN stats yourself, because that's where I'm reading this off. 4 for 9 field goals, 2 for 2 free throws. He does have 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a block. All right, now we go to Philadelphia's side with Batum with Batum, not Batum. Batum with 2 points with a field goal, but with 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block. Mo Bamba with 8 points with 2 3-pointers, 1 more in the paint with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. And then, of course, Of course, the former Heat that we traded away to Charlotte was bought out of Charlotte, then signed with Philly. You guessed it, it's Kyle Lowry with 16 points, 3 3-pointers, 6 for 12 in field goals, plus the N1, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block, including the time where he flew over a commentary desk to try to save the basketball. He flew he flew over the commentary desk. That's just the amount of effort he puts in. And I'm thinking, where was this Kyle Lowry when he was with us? Where was it? Why is it that all the time where we trade away players that hardly had big impact for the majority of the time, but when they go to the other team, they fit right in perfectly and they spark up? Stupid. Either way. And then Tyrese Maxey, of course, with 30 points, with 3 for 10 and 3-pointers. That's not the point. The point is with 11 for 24 field goals, including those stunt and ones that he does, like the windmills, like this. 5 for 5 in free throws, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal on the block. So he has a double-double, nearly a triple-double. And then Kelly Oubre with 22 points with 2 3-pointers, 10 for 19 field goals, with 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 flipping blocks. So he has a double-double as well, but geez, we just couldn't do anything on the defense side against those two. And then the honorable mention off the bench for them is Buddy Hield with 12 points with 2 3-pointers, 4 for 10 in field goals. He has 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. And that's the box score. As for the game itself, well, it's like what I said. Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre are the big responsibilities for the points. We start off with Maxey pull-up shot, then Jaime Jaquez with the layup, Rozier with the 2-point shots, and then Mo Bamba with the 3-pointer to take the lead for Philly. There's free throws, not much comment on that foul. Bam Adebayo with a pull-up shot, Kelly Oubre with a 2-point shot, Maxey with another shot, plus the N1 committed by Duncan Robinson. Jaime Jaquez with a 3-pointer, that ties the game up. Maxey with the step-back jump shot. Bam Adebayo with the shot, and then it was the first quarter, not the second quarter, so I apologize for that. Bam Adebayo makes this 3-pointer in the first quarter, half of the first quarter, and he takes the lead for Miami. I'm like, what? I'm like, really? He can shoot again. He keeps shooting a 3-pointer, including the walk-off the other day. That's insane. He's getting better at it. All right. After that, Maxey would take the lead back with the 2-point shot and the 3-pointer. Bam makes a tip in to tie the game up. Paul Reed with the dunk. That's just a nice That's just a nice dunk to get it back up. Caleb Martin with the shot, that'll tie the game up, but Cameron Payne would make the 3-pointer. Great. And then Philly would go on the run, and then that'll happen. So Caleb Oubre makes a dunk. Maxey makes a 3-pointer. That's a 10-0 run to make it 31-21 when it was literally 21-21. Ridiculous. And then there was a challenge from Philadelphia. They called it a foul in Philadelphia, but then whatever happened was they see something else that it was actually stripped away. I think it was Jaquez that had the basketball. So it was stripped away initially, which is why Nick Nurse, who was Philadelphia's coach, formerly Milwaukee coach, challenged this call, and they got the call right. They won the challenge, and it went to the jump ball. Initially, they called it a foul on Philadelphia, but it was a loose turnover. So jump ball happened, and he did win the possession anyway, and Caleb Martin would take advantage of it and makes the shot. Then 3-pointer was shot and missed it, and that's the first quarter, 23-31 Philly. Second quarter was better for Miami. Rozier will make this drive and floating jump shot, and he commits a foul, plus the N1. So we're down by 5 because he makes the third point. Jaquez with a 2-point shot that goes along with it. Thomas Bryant makes an alley-oop alley-oop dunk shot, and that's just a thing of beauty from Thomas Bryant. There's a tie game from Dylan Wright with the free throw, and then Oubre with a 2-point shot. Free throws by Bryant. Kyle Lowry, of course, makes his 3-pointer. Rozier with the 3-pointer tie the game up. Rozier makes a 2-point shot. So that's awesome. And then there was free throws committed by KJ Martin with 1 free throw made. Bam Adebayo with the 2-point shot. And then there was a situation. I think it was in this quarter. Rozier was trying to go for a layup that gets blocked away. Oh, no call. That's only just the beginning, right? That's only just the beginning. So right there, that's bullshit because that I feel like that was clearly a foul on Philly, on Rozier, but they never called it. They never freaking called it. It's ridiculous. But it gets worse. So all right, let me get this straight. There was a foul. There was another situation, right? Another situation. Caleb Martin gets hit, gets whacked. He gets whacked. No call. No call at all. Caleb Martin yelling, screaming at the referee with those gestures. And in the meantime, while the call did not happen, Oubre makes his 3-pointer. Caleb Martin finally receives a technical foul. Spoelstra coming out and screaming at the officials, yelling at them, and then they're also talking about the time where Rozier was hit also, and you don't call that one. So he was venting for the entire commercial break. He was venting, like you can see Spoelstra yelling at the officials for just missing those obvious calls. Maxey makes these technical free throws. I mean, yeah, of course, right? Bam makes the 2-point shot. After that, Kyle Lowry with the and ones opportunity. He does make it, of course. Duncan Robinson with the layup. Haywood Highsmith makes a 3-pointer. That takes a lead from Miami. And then the free throws would be shot for Haywood Highsmith from the Mo Bamba foul. Did he make both of them? No. And then that hurts us because after that, Oubre makes this buzz beater 3. And that's halftime, 51-49. What would have been 48-49. Not good. And then the third quarter was just an absolute disaster. Mo Bamba with the alley-oop dunk to start off the third. Bam Adebayo with a 2-point shot. Maxey with a driving layup. And then another 10-0 run. This time it got worse, and they just keep shooting buckets. And the next thing you realize, we're down by 17. 51-68. It's just 17 points. It's stupid. So Caleb Martin finally stops the bleed with a 3-pointer. There'll be some free throws, so not much to comment on those. Kyle Lowry in the third quarter flies through around the commentary to try to save the basketball. Albeit a good effort, but still. Then Haywood Highsmith would make this 3-pointer to get back within. Buddy Hield had to ruin it. So, free throws there. Then Thomas Bryant makes this dunk. And third quarter score would be 79-65. Philadelphia. Fourth quarter, Thomas Bryant, he shot 3. He's like, screw it, I'm just going to shoot. And he makes it. He makes the 3-pointer. What? I'm like, and I was at my friend's house at the time. I'm like, whoa, he could shoot a 3? Since when could he shoot a 3? So it became 68-79 at this point. Kelly Oubre makes the 2-point shot afterwards. Rozier then makes the step-back jump shot. Miami goes on a run to get back within 4 after the Patty Mills 3-pointer. Then Oubre makes the layup. Rozier makes a 3-pointer. And then Buddy Hield makes a 2-point shot. And then another 3-pointer made by Rozier. Now we're down by 2. Eventually, Caleb Martin makes this drive and dunk. And then that would capture the lead. Caleb Martin was phenomenal in the fourth quarter. He was phenomenal. Defensively and offensively as well. That ties the game up. Buddy Hield, he makes a 3. And then from this point on, the Heat just went cold. You might as well call it the Miami Ice. Anyway, Rozier makes a drive and layup to get back within one. Did Lowry make something? Yes. Ridiculous. He makes a 29-foot three-pointer. If he was with the Heat, it's an automatic miss. So he makes that one. Kelly Oubre makes a drive and layup. Caleb Martin with the shot and the foul, and Philadelphia decided to challenge this one. So what happened was Kyle Lowry was standing right there, and with this time with the Heat and all this time with the Raptors as well. You know how good he is to draw charge fouls. You know how good he is. He tries to be cute. He stands right there. But fortunately, Caleb Martin was shifting to the left. By rule, it's a blocking foul. And that's why Philadelphia did not win that challenge. So once the offensive player shifts somewhere as you're standing while trying to make an attempt, especially in the paint, it's a blocking foul. Now, I will say this. It could go either way. And you know this, the Heat always goes to receiving end of a bad call. But it's a judgment call nonetheless. So then they said the call stands. And we agree. We agree the call stands. Not much argument there. Caleb Martin has the free throw to try to finish it off. And what did I tell you from the box score earlier in this video? He freaking misses. And Kyle Lowry makes another shot. Caleb Martin makes a dunk. And then free throws happen. And then from the inbounds, Caleb Martin steals the basketball. Jaime Jaquez tries to get it. And he misses. Oh, this would have been 94, 95. We would have had a little bit of a game plan, but then after that, there was an away from play foul, which pretty much means, and this happens against Detroit as well. There was a foul when the play was not thrown in bounds, so that's an automatic free throw from them. So not much to argument there. And in all fairness, the commentator for ESPN on this game was pretty spot on. The rule book says if the ball is not thrown in bounds, if it's not inbound play, and you commit a foul when the ball is when it's trying to be inbound, it's an automatic free throw. He was spot on with that, and that's part of the rule book. So Maxey would make this free throw. That makes it even more difficult. And Buddy Hield would make these two free throws, and I just said, yeah, that's game. And Patty Mills would try to get something in, and he just flat out missed. But two makes this rebound, and that's pretty much it. The final score of this game is 91-98. And you can't win them all. Philadelphia finally beats us in the third time's a charm. So that's not good. And also, it also kind of hurts us too, because it hurts our chances to get up above the playoffs. I think we still have a little bit of tiebreaker against Philly, because we do win. We have more wins than they do against us, in regards to head-to-head competition this season, because we're still 2-1 against them. But who knows? And yes, they did it without Joel Embiid. We were without Jimmy Butler. Like, you can't, I'm not gonna make an excuse saying, if we had Butler, we would have won this game. No, we won the games without Butler. This was just a bad game. This was just one of those games where it just didn't work in our favor. So that's the bottom line. All right, the field goal percentage, clearly Philadelphia's. No argument there. Three-point percentage, though, it's weird. 36% for both sides. However, Miami has a higher Miller percentage. 36.4, Philadelphia's 36.1. I wonder if it's because Philadelphia made one more than how much they attempt. It's just so weird how they program this. But anyway, free throws. Oh yeah, clearly Philadelphia with 11 for 12. We had 9 for 14. So they had 91.7. We had 64.3. So yeah, that's the dictator. We had more rebounds than they do. The assists evens out. We have one more assist than they do. But the blocks, man. The blocks were just out of control. Especially with Kelly Oubre's 12 blocks for Philadelphia. We only had 3. And we committed more turnovers. And the largest lead was 17, like I said, in the third quarter. And then we had a technical foul, which should never happen. They should have called this one. And Yeah, that's bad. That's bad in this one. The loss sucks. It really sucks. But gotta get over it. Our next game is against Cleveland on Wednesday at 7 o'clock tip off. Now, where we are in the standings, we are back at 8th place. So it's almost like, and with 14 games left, you could say we're comfortable in the play-in where we are right now, but that's not a compliment. You need to put an effort to at least try to make it to the actual playoffs, because there's no guarantee we can even get out of the play-in alive. Because last season before we actually made the playoffs, we were the 7th seed. Okay, great. You lose to Atlanta. And then you're about to lose to Chicago. So the mindset was, we lose this game, we think about the offseason and the draft picks, right? That's what we're thinking initially. But then Jimmy Butler had to make this ravishing comeback to win that game against Chicago, when Chicago dominated us all season long that season, and we finally able to beat them to even get to the playoffs. And then the rest is history. You know what happened. Against Milwaukee, New York, Boston, and then eventually losing to Denver. That was great and all, but it's not going to be every season. My point here: put in the effort to at least make it to the playoffs, so we don't have to rely on getting out of the play-in. You see what I mean? I stand by what I said. 14 games left. There you go. That's going to do it for this one. If you have enjoyed this video, not the game, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami Teams, you guys are back. And when it does, hit it right there with the fair entertainment you deserve. Well, let's see what happens. So that's going to do it. No games today, so we can take a breather. I think I'm going to make a season review for both Hurricanes and Hurricanes women's. And I'll especially talk about the women's side, because I think they got screwed off the committee's pick for March Madness. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it, and I'll see you guys next video. Good night, everybody, and have a good day.